Colon cancer on the rise in young adults, and so are colonoscopies. So let's talk about colonoscopies. Hey, my name's Matt. I'm a colon cancer survivor, and I have something called Lynch syndrome. It makes me more susceptible in getting multiple cancers in my lifetime. And I've gone through roughly 6 colonoscopies, and since getting diagnosed with colon cancer 2 years ago, I now get the luxury of going in every single year and having a colonoscopy done. So, what's a colonoscopy? Basically, a colonoscopy is a flexible tube that goes into your colon with a camera, and they go in and take a look and see what's going on in there. Now, before they can do that, you get to do the fun part, which is the prep. And honestly, you've probably read online if you're here. Maybe this is your first colonoscopy or you've done multiples of them, but you've probably seen online that the prep for a colonoscopy is the worst part. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. At least for me, it is the worst part. I struggle with it mightily. I've done 6 of these already, and I get to do these every year. And I know every single year it's going to be a struggle when I have to do this colonoscopy because I do not tolerate the prep well at all. So what is the prep? I've done a couple different kinds. Typically, though, it's a powdered laxative with a sports drink, water maybe, and you have to consume this liquid the evening before your colonoscopy. So you end up spending a lot of time in the bathroom, really, because you're taking laxatives. And so you're drinking all this liquid, you're going to the bathroom, you probably feel bloated, you're not really feeling the great, so you don't sleep very well the night before. And some of these preps you have to wake up the morning of the colonoscopy and do additional prep. And sometimes that is more laxatives in powdered form with that sports drink or water. I've also done pill form, which was my last colonoscopy, which I thought was a lot easier. Unfortunately, that pill form did not clean out my colon well enough compared to that powdered form laxative. So this year when I have to do my colonoscopy, I'll be going back to the drink itself, which I'm not looking forward to. So you make it through the prep, right? Congratulations. You've basically made it through the hardest part, in my opinion. The next step is the colonoscopy itself. So you go to wherever you're having the colonoscopy. They'll typically take you into a prep room, do what they need to do there. And then more than likely they'll take you then to a different area where you will have the colonoscopy itself. Now, I've done a couple different ways when I've done the colonoscopy as well. I've done it where I'm awake, but they've given me some sedation, I guess, where you kind of feel out of it a little bit. And I remember watching it right along with them on the screen. And then I've also done, which the last couple times I've done it, they've done it this way, is where they just completely knock me out. And the next thing I know, I'm in the next area, which is the recovery room, and waiting for the medical team to come in to talk to me about, any findings that they see. So once you make it to that recovery room, you're almost on the way out because you are probably going to be hungry after all that. You can't eat the day before your colonoscopy. I know I always like to look for a breakfast or brunch place after the fact just because I try to plan my colonoscopies as early in the day as I can and then go out for breakfast, go out for lunch, and then typically come home and take a nap. So, tips for making it through a colonoscopy. The best thing that I can tell you is for that liquid that you have to drink, if that's the way it's going, is to keep it cold. Now, it's not going to taste great, more than likely, even if you add a bunch of liquid to it, especially if it's a powdered form laxative. It may not mix the greatest, so you kind of get that weird, nasty taste on your mouth. So have something else to wash down that prep with once you're done taking a drink. The other thing is, stay close to the bathroom, get some wet wipes, because you're going to be staying in there for quite some time. And just know that you're probably not going to get much for sleep that night, and plan in a nap the next day if you can. So if this is the first time you're having a colonoscopy, good luck to you. Come back and let me know in the comments how it went and what you thought of the prep and the colonoscopy itself. And my name's Matt. I'm a colon cancer survivor, and I have Lynch syndrome. As always, this is not medical advice. Always follow the instructions given by your medical team. And if you have any questions, please go talk to a doctor.